Hi everyone, Sher here. Welcome to my channel. So today I thought I would just kind of do a quick video, jump on here. I'm preparing dinner. It is smoking hot here in the Okanagan right now. It's 32 degrees today, and the last thing I feel like doing is cooking inside. I don't want to turn my stove or my oven or anything on that I don't have to. My AC is working overtime as it is, so I don't want to add any more heat into our house. So I'm going to do this entire meal out on my barbecue, and I decided tonight that I would make some chicken shish kebabs, some vegetable shish kebabs. I'm going to do some baby potatoes, and I'm also going to do some corn on the cob. So I thought I would just take you along, show you how to prepare everything, get everything flavored, and get it ready to put on the barbecue. So if you're interested in seeing how I do this, please stick around. So I'm going to start off by preparing all my vegetables. So I'm going to be using, I've got a yellow and a green zucchini here. I'm going to cut up some of those. I've got a bunch of peppers, variety of those. I have some little cherry tomatoes, and I also have some little button mushrooms. So I'm just going to go ahead and start preparing all these. And what I did was I just put just a regular old zip bag here, and I just put it in this little container so that it's easy to throw things in as I go. And when I'm all done, I'm going to flavor it all up, and then I can just zip it together and put it in the fridge and let things marinate. So I'm going to just go ahead and start cutting up all my vegetables. So I'm going to just cut them into kind of little chunks here so that I can put them onto my little metal. I have metal skewers that I'm going to use because the bamboo ones, I find they can catch fire unless you soak them in water, and I don't have a ton of time to be soaking things. So I'm going to just cut them into kind of little pieces like this. And then I'm going to do a little bit of my yellow zucchini. I've actually never had, I don't think, a yellow zucchini before. I've only really ever eaten the green ones, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how this one tastes. It looks, yeah, it's definitely got a little different color on the inside, that's for sure. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it tastes much different than the green one. I'm just going to wash some of my little cherry tomatoes here, add them to my bag. This is a great recipe to make. The only thing is it's just a little time consuming getting everything ready, but once you've got it all ready and marinated, the fun part's putting it all on the sticks and getting it on the barbecue. So these vegetable shish kebabs are going to be really nice and colorful. I'm going to use one of each of these different peppers that I have here. So again, I'm going to just cut these into nice big chunks so that they'll be easy to thread onto the skewer. Go like that. We'll leave that one like that. There we go, and we'll just get the rest of these ones cut up. So last of all, I'm just going to put a few of these little button mushrooms in my little bag here. I am going to wash them off a little bit. I know some people wash their mushrooms, some people don't, or they take a damp cloth and wipe the dirt off. I wash mine. I don't know, that's just me. Do whatever it is that you like to do with your mushrooms. Yeah, I think I'm going to just leave mine whole because they're pretty small. So I'm just going to leave them the way they are because I think they'll be easier to get onto my little skewers. Oh, this is a little bit bigger one. I'll cut that one in half. And you can see that my bag here is getting pretty full of vegetables. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put just a few more mushrooms in here. So my plan is to make enough here that I will have enough for dinner for tomorrow night, so I won't have to cook again. I like to do that. Just about every time I make dinner, I try to make enough so that there's enough leftovers. I don't enjoy cooking that much that I want to do it every night. It's just, it's a big job for one person to have to deal with all the time, and I'm sure most of you ladies can attest to that. So now I've got all my vegetables that I want to marinate in here, and I'm going to do a very, very simple marinade tonight because again, I don't have a lot of time. Well, I'm just going to use this. I think this will be just fine. It's from Kraft. It's a Greek feta and oregano. It's a salad dressing, but I think this will work really, really well. So I'm just going to go ahead and just pour some of this right into the bag. So I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to just kind of eyeball it. I'll dump a bunch in here, maybe about, I don't know, not quite half a container. And then I'm just gonna zip this closed. I love these bags. I use them all the time. And I'm gonna give it a good shake, shake, shake. So there you have it. That came together really quick and really easy. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in the refrigerator for about an hour or so, just to kind of let those flavors really soak into my vegetables. And the next thing I'm gonna prepare is my corn. So as you can see, I've already gone ahead and husked my corn on the cob. We're just having 3 tonight. I think we'll have enough leftovers of the other stuff. I'm not going to worry about having leftover corn for tomorrow. And I actually don't like leftover corn the next day anyway. I like it to be freshly cooked and eat it the same day. Now I'm going to put a little different marinade on the corn. I have quite often used Italian dressing, but today I'm going to use my favorite. This is my newest favoriteest thing, actually. I've been using this a lot on my quinoa salad that I've been making, and I just love the flavor of this. So it's Italian zesty lime. It is so yum. If you guys haven't tried it, give it a whirl, especially if you like limey, you know, that taste of lime. It's really, really good. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pour a little of this right over my corn. And I'm going to cook this also on the barbecue later. So I'm just going to, I don't need a ton of this. Just enough to kind of coat my corn. Maybe a little bit more. And this, if you've never had corn cooked on the barbecue and marinated with an Italian dressing, you guys are missing out. It is so yummy. You don't even need to put butter on it after it's cooked. And it only takes about 5 minutes on the barbecue. It cooks really, really fast. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put this in the fridge and let that marinate as well. Okay, I actually lied. Before I go ahead and start cutting up my chicken, I have my little mini potatoes here that I need to do something with, so I don't want to mess up my cutting board yet with yucky chicken. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut these because they are a little bit big and they'll definitely cook faster if I cut them into 4 or so. And I'm going to just put them in one of my little trusty little tin pans here that I get from wherever, Dollar Tree, Dollarama. I love these little things. They do come with a little cover as well, but I like to just wrap them myself in tin foil. So I'm going to go ahead and get these potatoes all prepped and put them into that little container. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut up my little potatoes here. Like I said, I'll probably cut them into 4. I would think that should be good. The smaller that you cut them, the quicker they're going to cook, obviously. So, and that's going to be, you know, the potatoes are going to be the thing that's going to take the longest to cook out of everything. So they'll probably take, I don't know, 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes, because I am cutting them up pretty small. All right, so I've got all my potatoes all cut up here, and that bag fit in here perfect. Oh my gosh, I couldn't have guessed that better if I even tried. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of, I've just got some extra virgin olive oil here. So I'm going to just drizzle, oh, I don't know, maybe a couple tablespoons right over the top here. I don't measure anything. I'm terrible. Anyway, that's probably enough. And then I'll just give it a little bit of a stir. Just to coat everything in the olive oil here. There we go. And I'm also going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of fresh ground pepper. Now you could use butter in here if you really wanted to as well, and I've done that in the past. It works great. But I'm just going to just throw in olive oil in here today. You could also put some dill, fresh dill or dried dill, or some onions in here would be really good too. My family is kind of plain Jane. I myself like all those kinds of flavors, but they do not. So I just try to keep it kind of plain. So I'm going to just leave it like that. I'm going to cover it with a little bit of tin foil. And then we can prepare our chicken. So today I just picked up this nice big family pack of chicken. So I got this huge container for $13 and a few cents. I don't even know if I'm going to use all this, but like there definitely is a lot of chicken here. So I'll probably maybe use all but 2, and I'll just rewrap these and freeze them up for another time. But I thought that was a pretty darn good deal today. So I've got my trusty little container holding my little bag here. It's just so much easier to have something holding your bag apart so that you can just drop your chicken in so you're not touching everything with chickeny hands. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut these into, you know, fairly large little cubes, basically. So you just want to make sure you have a nice sharp knife. And I just kind of cut it into strips like this. And then into some nice little cubes, like, I don't know, about like that size. So I'm just going to go ahead and get all that cut up, and then I'll show you what that looks like when I have it all in the bag, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to flavor these ones. So I've just finished cutting up all of my chicken. I had 2 breasts left over. I think that is plenty for us for the next couple of days. So I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and put the same dressing that I did for the vegetables. I'm going to use that to marinate the chicken as well. So give this a good shake. Add it right to the bag and put this in the fridge. And like I said, the longer you can marinate this, probably the better. I don't have a ton of time today, so it's not going to marinate as long as I would have liked it to, but it's still going to taste really, really yummy. So I will show you in a little bit here how it's going to look when I get them all put on the little skewers. So my vegetables have been marinating for about an hour now. Ideally, I would have had these marinate a little longer, but I just don't have the luxury of a lot of time right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting these on my little skewers, which I have a bunch of metal ones right here. But if you want to use some wooden ones, by all means, go ahead. Like I said, I would just soak them in water first so that they don't catch fire on the barbecue. So all I'm going to do, this is the fun part, I'm just going to simply just kind of alternate each one of the vegetables on my little stick here. And if Megan was here, she would love to be helping me with these. I actually just dropped her off at the beach here not too long ago. Like I said, it is so hot here right now. So that's where she's at. So what I'm going to do actually, I'm just going to use half of everything that I've made here, because tomorrow I will do the same thing over again. Of course, this stuff will have had a chance to marinate all night, and the flavors are going to be even better tomorrow. And yeah, so I'll just put them, you know, all in the skewers again tomorrow and cook up a whole new fresh set, and they will be so yummy. So yeah, I'm just going to continue along with this, and when I get them all put on my little skewers here, I'll show you how they all turn out. So I have made 3 very long vegetable skewers, so we can each have one of those. That'll be more than enough vegetables, I'm sure, for each one of us, because we're also going to have corn on the cob and potatoes. So I have plenty of vegetables left to make some more skewers for tomorrow. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken onto the next set of skewers. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with my marinated chicken. Again, I'm going to use probably about half the bag. I'll probably just do, again, 3 of these big long skewers. I get a lot of meat on one of these. So I'm just starting to put my chicken onto my little metal skewers here, and what I've done is I've just put a piece of parchment down so that I'm not cross-contaminating my raw chicken with my vegetables here. I'm kind of a bit of a freak when it comes to cooking with chicken, raw chicken. And you know what, I guess you really should be these days, because you just don't want to take a chance of getting sick. That would be no fun. So I'm just going to continue along here, get these all put on my little sticks here, and then when I come back I'll show you what the final product looks like. So I finished putting all my chicken onto my little sticks here. So I figured that 2 of these full of chicken would be plenty enough for the 3 of us, and I still have lots of chicken left over for tomorrow, and this is going to taste even better tomorrow once the marinade really gets into that chicken. I can't wait to see what it's going to taste like tomorrow. So I think I'm going to start off, I'm going to go fire up my barbecue because I need to get the potatoes on because they're going to take the longest. So I'm going to go ahead and do that next. All right, so I wish you guys could feel how smoking hot it is out here right now. Oh my goodness. So I have actually barbecuing on a natural gas barbecue. This isn't propane, this is natural gas. And if you're familiar with a natural gas barbecue, you'll know that these cook really hot. So you really have to watch the temperature. Like the gauge on this is already at 400. So that's about right for my potatoes. I'm going to actually put them on the top rack anyways because I don't want them to burn. So I'm just going to go ahead and just put my little potatoes here right on top. And I'm going to set the timer for about 10 minutes, and then I'll come back out and I'll probably just give them a little stir and cook them again for another 10 minutes or so. I think they're going to take roughly about 20 to 30 minutes. So the next thing I want to show you guys are these amazing BBQ Grill Mats. You may have seen and heard me rave about these before. I absolutely love them. We got them as a gift a couple years ago, and they are awesome. I'll just show you what they look like here. So basically what they are is these black mats, and you can tell that they've been well used and well loved. And they are awesome. You don't have to spray them. You don't have to put anything on them. You just go ahead and put your shrimp or your vegetables or your chicken, fish, whatever you want to cook right on the mat on your barbecue. They're good up to 500 degrees. So yeah, I mean, I never would cook at that high anyway, but they are very, very tough and durable. And cleanup is amazingly easy. You just use a little bit of hot soapy water, and then I just let them drip dry, or you can just wipe them dry with a cloth. They are so awesome. And the great thing too is if you're using, you know, like little shrimp or things that are going to fall through your grill, like asparagus or something like that you're worried about losing through your little grills, these mats just work so awesome for that kind of stuff. And you can even do like eggs and French toast and bacon and all that kind of stuff on here too. So if you're camping, these things would be ideal for sure. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about these. So I had actually found these the other day at Dollarama, believe it or not. They were $4, I believe. There should be a price. Yeah, right there. And you get 2 in this package. And I assume that these are going to be very similar to these ones that I already have, but I'm not completely sure. I haven't tried them out myself. I just thought I would grab a couple packages so that when these get, you know, really, really used and are really ratty or falling apart, then I can throw these away and I'll give these a try. But I was noticing on the package here, these ones, it does say that they recommend that you apply a light layer of cooking spray. So I don't know. I don't have to do that with my other ones. On the instructions, it never asked me to do that, and I haven't done that, and they work just fine. Nothing sticks, so I'm not sure why these ones are asking to do that. So like I said, these ones are from Betty Crocker, and these ones that I have here, I'm sure there's all different kinds of brands and different things, but these are actually from Kitchen and Home, and they are the BBQ Grill Mat. So I'll show you shortly here how I use these awesome little mats. So my potatoes have been on here now for about 20 minutes cooking away, and I am ready to put my chicken skewers on now, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and just put my little barbecue mat right on the grills, just like that. And we'll just grab my little chicken skewers, and I'm going to put them right on the mat, just like that. Like I said, I haven't greased them or done anything to them ahead of time. So I'm just going to put them directly right on there. And yeah, we'll just let the potatoes keep cooking. And we'll check on these in about 5 minutes or so. Alright, so another 5 minutes has gone by. I believe I should be ready to flip my chicken over, and I'm also going to put my vegetable skewers on next. That's one thing with barbecuing, is you have to kind of time everything just right. So see, you can actually see that there are, look at this, there's actual little grill marks on here. Crazy, hey? Isn't that just unbelievable? Now, it is a little bit liquidy, and that's the one thing I don't like about these mats, but at the very end, if you're not happy with, you know, if it's not the right, you know, if it is a little bit too liquidy for you or wet or whatever, you can always just put these on the actual grill just for like a few seconds, just to kind of dry them up a little bit. But at least with chicken, they don't dry out. That's the one nice thing that I really like about it. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put my vegetable skewers right on here as well. And I'm going to give these a few minutes, and then I think it'll be just about time to put the corn on as well. So there we go. So as you can see, I've got my corn right on the grill here, and I'm going to just, you have to watch the corn very closely because it will burn, but you can see how it's getting nice and golden brown. It's even making popping noises. It's kind of funny. So I'm just going to keep kind of rotating it here. Oh, it's smelling so good. Okay. And you can see that my chicken is getting brown and getting like little grill marks on it as well. Veggies are coming along great. This isn't going to take too much longer. And I think everything's going to be pretty much ready all at once here. So there you have it. I've just pulled everything off the barbecue, and I have completely cooked this entire meal on the barbecue outside, and I didn't have to heat up my house. And it looks amazingly yummy. I can't wait to dive into this. And here's my little potatoes here. They are all done and look really, really yummy. So there you have it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and wherever you are, I hope you're staying cool, enjoying the sunshine, but staying cool. Until next time, bye for now, everyone.